Samantha Aries. From a distant galaxy, Samantha Aries received an honorable discharge from the Galactic Army due to an altercation with her drill sergeant, knocking him unconscious during a dispute. Needing a new direction in life, she took the skills she learned from the military and upgraded herself with a cybernetic body, enhancing her strength, speed, and agility, and acquiring various weapons and other skills along the way. The main reason for her body modification: her sector of the cosmos was home to an untold amount of space pirates and crime. Motivated by wealth and ego, she became a successful bounty hunter, building a reputation of never failing any mission she undertook. She was also a bodyguard for society's elite. In a dead part of the universe was a biologically engineered small planet, governed by an unknown form of artificial intelligence. Evidence suggested that this planet was genetically engineering a flying, jellyfish-like parasite, capable of draining the life force of any living entity and turning its host into a slave. The galactic military hired Samantha to capture a parasite at an undisclosed price. She immediately took to her spacecraft and headed towards the ominous planet. After a day of battle through the planet's defenses, she managed to obtain a jarred specimen and started to flee the planet. The artificial intelligence, unable to stop her, chose to blow up the planet before she could flee. At the last moment, she boarded her craft and took off. Before entering orbit, a large chunk of land hit the escaping ship, causing the parasite to break from its jar and possess a distracted Samantha. With what little coherency she had left, she set the self-destruct protocol on her ship, sacrificing herself to stop the parasite within. Versus Bond, the hero of myth. From a forgotten time of fantasy, his origins are a bit of a mystery, even to one such as myself. For he only seems to arrive when there is calamity in the kingdom of Midrule, a realm of creatures and beings that only existed in fairy tales. Legend has it that the spirit of Midrule itself chooses a new champion, depending on the time and the situation. This champion is bestowed with a magnitude of magical objects that can be summoned out of thin air when the Valor needs it, though the amount of times he can use them is questionable. The current king of Midrule, wanting to expand his rule, waged war and brought genocide to the neighboring land of native magic users. He felt no guilt, for his justification was its people were evil by nature. The magic users, knowing their deaths were inevitable, transferred their power to their last surviving member, turning him into a visual nightmare known as the Fiend. Years later, fueled by an unquenchable rage and imbued with power that made gods take notice, the Fiend kidnapped the king's daughter, Princess Helga, thus causing the hero to arise. Bond, feeling slightly reluctant to assist, since he felt that this was the king's doing in the first place, battled his way through horrors, finally making his way to the Fiend's throne room. Exhausted, Bond put up a gallant fight, but fell. For the true purpose of the princess's kidnapping was not so much revenge, but to lure out the hero to obtain his mythological items. The Fiend then slew Helga and decimated the land of Midrule to the point of non-existence. Now, only myself and my peers are aware of its history. Vote now.